Let me teach you how to make this backless halter neck smoky gather gown that comes with a backless tube that makes your bust stand without showing your cleavages, revealing your nipples, or dangling too much even if you jump. Welcome to Sew With Anita, where I share tips that no one talks about that will elevate your sewing skills from a basic to a professional. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. Hit on the like and subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I drop videos like this. And to my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. I see your shares, your likes, and your comments, and I don't take them for granted. Without further ado, let's dive into this tutorial. For this, I'm making use of 6 yards of Ankara fabric. I made use of the whole 6 yards so that it can gather well. So on my pattern paper, I've gone ahead to draft out my shoulder to bust, my shoulder to under bust, and my shoulder to waistline. Now I'll be taking my shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2, then I'll mark it, then come down by ½ of an inch. Then I'll take my neck measurement, which is 3.5 inches by 4 inches, and I'm going to mark it out, and I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect the point like you see me do. Then from that neck width, I'll connect it down to the point we came down by ½ of an inch, and then I'm going to measure out my shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2 again, and I'm going to connect it down to that point so that I can form my armhole measurement. Then I'll connect it horizontally like that. It is as easy as it looks. Then I'll measure what I have there, and I'm going to divide it into 2 to get the center, and at that point I'll come in by ½ of an inch. I'll use my curved ruler to connect it like you see me do so that I can form my armhole line. After doing that, I'll take my bust round measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to mark it out there. Then I'm going to take my bust round measurement again divided by 4, my under bust measurement divided by 4, and my waist measurement divided by 4. So take note of the lines I'm marking them on, and I'm going to connect these points one after the other so that we can have the perfect shaping, body shaping for this. After that, I'll come down by 1 inch on the neck width like that, and then I'm going to connect it down to the under bust point. So just make use of your curved ruler and connect it. Ensure that you are getting the perfect curve, so you just have to take your time to position your curved rule. So doing this is so that we can form our halter neck design that we have there. At the waistline, I came down by 1 inch so that it can serve as extra allowance in case after smoking it jumps up. So I just connected the line. Then at the waist side where we'll be smoking, I added extra 5 inches to it so that we can get that perfect smoky effect. If you're on the bigger size, make use of extra 8 inches so that it can smoke perfectly. So after doing this, I'm going to divide this my under bust point equally, and I'm going to mark it out so that we can have a slash and spread. So I just marked out 2 inches each, and at the top side too, I divided it so that we can have the same line that we have at the bottom side too. So just divide it whichever way can serve you best. So this one, we had like 3 lines and it wasn't enough, so I had to remark it to ensure that every line meets each other. So I just hope that you understand what I'm doing right there, because I'm going to be connecting the point like that. So I hope you understand. So this is for our slash and spread method. So we're just going to connect each of those lines. The top side, if you notice, is not really equal, but it doesn't really matter like that. Just try as much as possible to make it as equal as possible. Then you label it, and then you can cut it out just like you see me doing. So take note of the places that I am cutting out. I've gone ahead to cut out my halter neck point and then my band for this. So at this point, you have to be very careful so you don't miss it. Then I'm going to slash this open like that. Just go ahead and slash. If you have not labeled yours, please label it so that by the time you open it up, you will not mistake them. Then for this band is actually supposed to be a low-waisted band, so I went ahead to add extra 3 inches to this. So for you to get the measurement for low waist, it is your shoulder to your low waist point. Then you just remove your under bust measurement. I'm so sorry for the confusion. This is actually supposed to be a low-waisted band, so I just added 3 inches to mine, and then I extended the point like that. So if your shoulder to low waist is 23 inches, then you can minus your shoulder to under bust from that 23 inches to get the amount you'll be using for the band. Then you can go ahead to label this out and just cut it out like you see me do. After that, I'll be showing you how I cut it on my fabric so that you don't end up wasting your fabric. So on one side of my Ankara, I first of all folded it into 2, then I folded it again, making it 4 places. So I folded it into 2 first of all, then I folded it again like that. Then the side that is on a fold, I'm going to place my pattern paper on it. I'm folding it into 4 because I'll be cutting the front and the back waistband together. So just take note of the way the edge is very close to the side that is on a fold, and at the lower end I left about half of an inch there, and I also left half of an inch too at the side. This is for joining the top and the bottom piece together. Then I just separated it out because one is for the front and the other is for the back piece. So we are going to be smoking the waistline. After that, at the lower end of your Ankara fabric, we're going to place our slash and spread pieces on it. So I went ahead to extend the fold of this Ankara fabric because the piece I wanted to have a lot of space here. I want it to be wide enough so that it can gather well and it can give it that ruffle effect at the bust side. So I separated it and ensure that number 1 is on the side that is on a fold. So this, we're just folding it into 2, not 4, because it's only the front piece we are cutting. So number 1 should be on the side that's on a fold, and then I left half of an inch for joining to the waistband. So I just mark out that point, and so that's like our stopping line. So ensure that your paper does not pass that half of an inch that you have there. Then just measure out about 2 inches or 2.5 inches spacing for your slash and spread. Whatever you measure at the bottom side, you also measure it at the top side, and ensure that your paper does not pass the stopping point. This is very important. Go ahead and mark out a point that will be using as your stopping point. So mark out your 2.5 inches on both sides. I initially used 2 inches, but I extended it to 2.5 inches so it can be wide enough. So you know the top side is not equal, so I just connected that point there so that it can be equal, and I connected it down. So this is our new halter neck for this. So I added 1 inches there because we're going to be sewing a 1 inch casing so that our rope can pass through it. So I just hope that you understand. Then we're going to cut it off like you see me do. So this is going to be our new piece for the halter neck, because by the time we add the rope, it will gather to give that scrunchy effect. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to notch the midpoint of this. Then at the top side, we're going to sew a 1 inch casing that we can pass our rope through it. So please take note of that. Then for the remaining fabric, I'll just cut out the excess we have there. We're going to be using this to cut out our inner tube. So this should be sufficient. It depends on your bust size. So I'm just going to remove the excess that we have there to make the sides equal. Then to get the measurement for your inner tube, just arrange what you have there. Then measure the point from your chest line down to your under bust point. So from the chest line, that armhole line down to your under bust point, whatever you have there, fold your fabric into 2 because you'll be using one to cut out your main fabric and one for the lining. Then mark out that point and leave about 2 inches casing, because we'll be adding elastic to the both side. So leave extra 2 inches there. If it is sufficient enough, just cut it out like you see me do, and we're going to label this out as our bust line. Please ensure that you mark the wrong side of your fabric, especially if it looks alike like mine. So before you start cutting anything, please mark out the wrong side. Then for your gathers, I just made use of the remaining fabric. I folded it and then I marked out the full length of my gown, which is your shoulder to your low-waisted band. Then minus it from your full length and you will get what you have there. Please leave about 1 inch allowance for folding at the lower end. So after marking mine out, I've gone ahead to cut it out like that. So we're going to go over to the machine and fold the lower end with 1 inch, and the top side we're going to run gathering stitch on it. So I've gone ahead to run gathering stitch on it and I joined it to my band. So this is for my front band. I've also folded the lower end too. So I just hope you understand. Ensure that your gathering stitch is as equal as possible. Then attach it to the band, right side facing each other. So for the halter neck, I've also gone ahead to sew down my 1 inch casing for my rope that will be passing through it. Then after doing that, I'll then place it on it. I'll get the notch part and let it be on the notch part of the band. Then I'm going to run a little bit of gathering stitch on it. Then I'm going to also place it on its right side facing each other and stitch it down. Then for the back band too, I've also gone ahead to join the gathers to it, to the band. Then I folded the top side so you can have a neat finishing. Then I drew lines of 1/2 inch on it at the right side, please, so that I can smoke it at that point following each of the line, especially if you are a beginner. Then when you join the halter neck to the front, you can also smoke it too. So I've gone ahead to join the halter neck to the front piece. So that casing that we had there, just lose it a little bit, then fold the sides like that. Then you can then close the casing. So I do the same thing for this side. Open it a little bit, then fold the sides so that you don't miss it. Then you're going to close the casing and pass your rope through it. So this is me running my smoky stitch on this. So my smoky thread is at the reeler side and I'm just running it on each of these lines. I'm going to be sewing according to each of the line like that. So please take note of this and be very careful while sewing this. Just spread it so you don't have folds on it. So just follow the line and be very careful and spread it at that lower side. You are not dragging this, just allow it to move freely. If you drag it, it might not smoke properly. So take note that once I get to the edge, I don't have to cut the thread. Once I get to the edge, I just raise my needle up and then I turn it over and continue with my stitch. So this is a continuous process till we get to the end of this band. So for the inner bra tube we'll be constructing, I'll just open up my piece like this and I'm going to get my wadding piece. This is what is going to help prevent your bust from dangling or your cleavage from showing. So I'm just going to measure out the wideness of what I have, which is my bust divided by 2, and I'm going to mark it out. Then I'm going to remove 1 inch from it like that so that it can fit perfectly on the bust. Then I'm going to cut what I have there. Then for the length of this, I'll just be taking what I have there, the length I have on my tube, and then I'll be removing about 2 inches from this length. So we don't want it to be too close. You can even remove 3 inches from it, because at some point I shortened it. It was too close to the tube that I constructed. So just go ahead and cut it off like that. Then I'm going to place it on one of my Ankara fabric, just one piece, and I'm going to stitch it to the edge of it. Stitch it there with 1/2 inch and the other one at the edge with 1/2 inch like that. Then once we're done, this is what my smoky looks like, my front piece. I've gone ahead to smoke it, and I also added my rope to the top side, and then so I'm going to continue with our bra tube. I'm going to place the other lining piece on it like this, and I'm going to stitch it down right side facing each other. I'm going to stitch the sides, the top side and the bottom side together. So I'm just going to pin down the point that I'll be stitching down. It is just the top side and the bottom side I'll be stitching down. So I'll just be giving you a little clip on how I stitched it down on the sewing machine. So I'm stitching it with about half of an inch. Please don't use so much allowance in this, just half inch or quarter inch for the bottom and the top side like that. Then I'm going to turn it over to the right side, and this is what it is looking like. Then I'm going to stitch down about half inch or 1 inch casing for that point. So just open it, bring it out, don't sew on the wadding piece, please. Just stitch that casing so that we can pass our elastic through it. So you can make it half inch or you can make it 1 inch, but I think I used half inch for my casing. So just push your wadding away from it and stitch it down straight. After doing this, after giving it a straight stitch, we are going to then pass our elastic through it. So please ensure that you are doing this on the top side and at the bottom side. So I've just gone ahead to, after finishing the top side, I'm trying to make my casing at the bottom side. So I'm just going to give it a straight stitch like that. The same thing I did at the top, I'm doing it at the bottom side so that it can be flexible on the bust when the person wears it. So just go ahead and stitch it down like I'm doing there. Then I'm going to pass my elastic through it. So this elastic is your bust round measurement divided by 2. Then you remove like 2 inches from it. Then you cut out 2 pieces. So I'll be using my needle and thread method. I'm going to sew it down like that to secure it. Then the blunt part of my needle, I'll be using it to pass it through this casing. So use the blunt part and ensure that you do not puncture this fabric while doing it. If not, you won't get it right. So just pass it through the other side, the other casing, and then you are going to give it a slight drag it a little bit, and once the elastic is inside the casing, you can then drag it out till you get the other end, and you stitch down the sides like that. So our bra tube is ready. We've gone ahead to add the elastic to both sides of it. Then we're going to be adding this to our front piece. So ensure that it starts from the under bust point, and then we're going to let the sides meet, and we're going to stitch it down the sides with half of an inch. So please give this a neat stitches. You can go ahead to weave these points, then you join it to the side, or you just give it like a little bit of piping, then you join it to the side. So just try as much as possible to make your finishing as neat as possible. So I'm just going to place the back piece on it, right side facing each other. Then we are going to stitch the sides like that down to the end. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the notification button. At this point, I had to add a little bit of loop for it so that my clients can be more satisfied. So if you like something like this, you can just add loop casing to the sides and then extend your rope so that it can be able to lock it properly. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and you found it satisfying. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because you'll be missing out on a lot. Have a wonderful day.